need a number of different ingredients. I've gone for some black beans. I bought the dried version just because I wanted to be a bit better with soaking and learning how to pre-soak so that the food is less processed. You can of course just get it from the tin, which is what I have done for my chickpeas, which is our next ingredient. You've also got some sweet corn. I've gone for the salt-free version because we are going to be adding our own spices and that sort of stuff. To make it really savoury, liquid smoke. Now, this packet contains porcini mushrooms. So what I did is I just pre-soaked these porcini mushrooms. You only need to sort of pre-soak it for about 15 minutes to half an hour. And I mean, if you take a whiff, it's very savoury umami notes that will hopefully give this burger a really delicious taste. And when you soak porcini mushrooms, it produces a beautiful stock, which I'm actually going to use to boil the black beans in. So that's going to be really lovely. Into the boiling mixture, I'm going to add some garlic granules, some onion granules, some liquid smoke, a tiny bit of sumac. It is quite earthy, but I think it will give it a nice taste. Some cumin, some black pepper, some cayenne pepper, some barbecue seasoning, just a pinch. In it, it's got, you know, just a range of what you'd tend to see. And that is pretty much it, apart from our nutritional yeast. So the first step, pretty much, oh, of course, some gram flour as well, some chickpea flour that we can use just to bind it all together, and then also to coat the burger because we want a lovely crispy, little bit of a crust to that burger, which gives that lovely satisfying feeling. Things first, what we're going to need to do is we are going to need to get a pot, which is right over there, and we're going to need to fill it with our stock, which is made from the porcini mushrooms having been soaked. We're going to also add in the porcini mushrooms into there, and our pre-soaked black beans, our spices, and we're going to let that boil. And once those beans get lovely and tender, we are then going to add our chickpeas and our sweet corn, just so they can absorb some of those delicious flavours. And then once that is done, we're going to mush it all up with some chickpea flour, and then we're going to create lovely burger shapes. And then you can either choose to pop them in the oven, or you could even go for a quick pan fry. I will probably use some organic cold pressed sunflower oil that I've picked up in the past. You could use grapeseed oil, you could use flax oil if you wanted. Well, you can use any oil you want, but it's good to, if we are going to be using oil to fry something, to pick maybe a better oil. Cold pressed oils are going to be a bit better, potentially lower in saturates, just to give us that extra flavour. Now, you could be really good and you can serve it naked without a bun, or you can be a little naughty and you could pick up a bagel or make your own, whatever you prefer. And I saw these, and I don't think I've ever had them before. They're red onion and chive bagels, and they smell absolutely delicious. They smell so savoury. So I think that would go really nice. You can always use a normal bun, whatever you like. My beans are ready. They have a little bit of a bite to them. They can cook down a little bit longer. So I'm just going to add in my drained chickpeas and sweet corn. Add it straight in so we can get those lovely flavours coated onto our chickpeas and sweet corn as well. I did have a little taste and it's very savoury, very delicious. So far this recipe is a success. So I'm just going to mix these all in together, get them nice and incorporated. And then once everything's kind of cooked down a little bit more, I may add a little bit more water. Then we can start mashing, adding a few more things into our patties. I think our beans are ready to be all mashed up. Let's transfer into a bowl. In our mixing bowl, just over here. So now we're just going to add a few more things just to give it that little savoury kick. I've actually got some bacon bits in here, which are breadcrumbed, basically savoury pieces. They're not real bacon, but I just thought it would give it a nice savoury kick, so we're just going to add some of those into it and a bit of crunch as well. And then I'm going to go in with some nutritional yeast, some B12 in there, and then just a bit of chickpea flour, not too much, just a bit, and we can just cover a bit more once we are ready. So I'm just going to mix that all together first before mashing. Consistency looks good to me. Kind of like that. Just show you guys. And now you just want to have a taste as well. We've got to see what these burgers are going to taste like. I can definitely taste some of that uncooked chickpea flour. So I think it needs some other bits. I think it needs a few more of these. A bit more cumin, because that cumin we put in earlier is definitely dissipated. Needs more salt as well. Come out that salty, which is a good thing. Because you can always add more, but if you add too much, then you're pickle. Add some more garlic granules, I think, because the taste of the and inject a bit more flavour into the food. I'm just going to fry it because I think it will give it a lovely crunch, which we're after. Really savoury, really deep earthy flavours, not like any bean burger I've ever had before. More, well, as probably maybe as close as we can get to that umami savouriness of a burger containing animal products. But this is pretty close, and I'm glad I fried it because it just gives it so much more flavour. It brings out a totally new flavour in the vegetables and the beans, so